everyone, it's Catherine here. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. I'm here to share with you a layout I'm creating for Confessions of a Paper Addict, and I'm using this cute Mr. Fix-It cut file, and this is from the new release this month. So I have gone ahead off camera and just backed it with a variety of papers from some of the boys' collections from Coco Vanilla Studio, and I'm pairing it with this photo of my son Sebastian, who in lockdown came to fix our bathroom. There was a bit of a plumbing issue apparently. So I have also grabbed this paper again from one of the boys' collections. I want to say Made of Awesome or Totally Rad. I'm not sure which, but I thought I thought it went well with this. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward and take you through the process. So enjoy. So first of all, I'm just going to go ahead and mount my photo on some black cardstock to start. As you can see, this has been in my scraps bin, so it's a little bit crinkled, but it doesn't matter for the sake of matting it. And I'm just going to trim that out. Now, I do use American Crafts precision cardstock to do my cut files, and I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but I obviously cut that on the black precision cardstock. And then I'm taking this paper, I think this one's from, I want to say U-Rock, but I do first of all mat it on this lighter arrow cardstock from the 6x8 paper pad from Legendary Collection. So yeah, I wanted the different colors in my matting. So I've got a white border around my photo, then the black, then another kind of white, and then a darker blue. And I wanted the blue to match in with my son's pants in that picture. Now I'm just going ahead and taking this border punch. This is a EK Success border punch, and I'm just struggling there with my ATG gun. It's reasonably new to me, so I'm still getting used to the ATG, to be honest. So I do put that strip of paper just at the side there, and I like how that looks, but I just felt like it was getting a little lost, so I wanted to add some of that darker color, so I'm adding some in the black. And like you can see, I didn't even know how to open this tool, so it is, like Virginia posted in the Facebook group for Confessions of a Paper Addict, it was a tool that I don't really use, so I wanted to see how I can make it work, and it works really well on boys' pages, so I will need to pull it out more often. And now I'm going to go ahead and foam mount with all my little scraps of foam in this little tray. So I don't make you watch all that, but I have gone ahead and put a lot on the back there. And I just needed to take it off the tee because that was already going to be popped up with the photo. So I'm just going to go and simply stick my photo down here with my ATG, and then I'm going to use some wet adhesive to stick down this Mr. Fix-It. And I really love this cut file. It's, it just turned out really cute. So like you can see, I'm just using this art glitter glue. This is probably my favorite at the moment. I really like the metal kind of nozzle attachment that I've got with it. As well as, it dries really quickly. It dries clear, and I really like using it. So I do go ahead and just put something heavy on that just to hold it down a little bit though. Just while I'm flicking through to see what I can start to embellish with. And then I decide that I do need a little bit of foam under the tee there because it wasn't sort of sitting quite where I wanted it. And then I'm going to add this Awesome, and I really liked it sitting under the photo. So I have just switched off the camera there, and I've just put some foam on the back of that Awesome as well. So I'm sticking that down under the photo because that's kind of filling in that little bit of an awkward gap. I'm just seeing if I can add anything at the side there. And I do find this piece, this round piece that I add to the top, I think it's like a viewfinder or something. And I really like this sentiment here, like a boss, because that really suits this photo and what Seb was doing. Yeah, for some reason, he decided that, the plumber needed to come over, and he was, of course, not being himself. He was someone else, and he just had good fun pretending and fixing things. But yes, with that grey like a boss piece, I just thought was getting a little bit lost on the background there. So I do go ahead and sort of mount it on some black cardstock as well. And I do that with quite a few of the pieces on this that I don't feel like stand out. I really like this star background piece, but yeah, I just felt like some of those lighter kind of grey pieces were losing, they were getting a little bit lost on that background. So I do go ahead and stick that down. And I'm just creating a couple of different points of interest around this layout. I really think that the cut file does such an awesome job of explaining and and creating this layout that I don't do too much embellishment. But I did want to add a couple of circular elements. I just felt like they worked really well on this page. And I added that funny below like a boss. And then I'm just sort of cascading those pieces down under the awesome. And like you see, I'm not messing about too much. I'm kind of going for it and sticking everything down. Some things I'm sticking flat because I've bumped up the Mr. Fix-It and that awesome. Like you can see, I'm just going to add this little person, and I am putting that on foam adhesive just to give it some dimension there. But other than that, everything else gets stuck down pretty flat on the page. Like I said, I didn't mess around too much. I just kind of felt like wherever I put these elements was sort of, where I thought they could go. And again, I'm just mounting this piece, this tag piece on some black cardstock because I just felt like I was getting a little bit lost on the background because it is sort of a lighter color. And I do put that up the top. I'm sorry, I've kind of cut that out of screen a little bit. I'm sitting crooked at my desk at the moment. I'm not sure what's going on, but for some reason I'm not sort of sitting straight, and so my layouts don't seem to be fully in camera, so I apologize for that. But like you can see, I'm just sticking those pieces down in the top, so the light and then the camera. And then I do decide just to trim that bit of black off the top of that tag because it was at the top of the page. So I'm just going through all the die cuts. Now I have limited the die cuts here, but like I said, they're a real mix of all the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Boys collections. And so I've got a lot of the stickers here that I will try and bring in to incorporate on this layout. I've got still quite a lot of ephemera pieces, and I am really keen to use them up, but I have had the printables in the past. So I think there's a mixture of printables in there as well. So yeah, apologies for that being off screen, but I've just added another banner piece there, and I will add another one up the top, and I'm just sort of working on that top cluster. And yeah, you'll see it in the end. I'll bring that down a little bit lower in a moment. But I'm just going to go ahead and glue down these two banner pieces. Like you can see there, I have, that's the skull and crossbones, and then the light bulb. So I've glued them down, and I'm just seeing what else I can add. And actually that hay there would have been quite all right. I did feel like the mix of colours wasn't quite right, but I wasn't sure how to fix it at this point. I've got a fair bit of colour in that top right hand cluster, and then the cluster on the left hand side near that fix. But I do decide to just go and add some stars from the sticker sheet here, the cardstock sticker sheet, and I do rifle through a whole nother lot of ephemera, and I was like, no, that's, I'm just pulling in too many elements now. I don't know where that's going to go. But to again make these stars kind of stand out a little bit, I am just tracing around them with a black pen, just so they don't get too lost on that background, the background stars. So I'm just tracing around there, and I think that adds a little bit of sort of dimension and makes those stand out a little bit. And I do like how that's adding a little bit more colour to that bottom sort of cluster, and it's coming along. So I'm just trying to work out, tapping my finger there, trying to work out what I should do next. And so I go ahead and add these enamel stars. But you will see in a moment I change that out a little bit. But while I am doing that, I should let you know that I have left links to this cut file in particular. I've also left links to Confessions of a Paper Addict, and if you're not a member there already, go ahead and join. If you're on Facebook, it's really simple. You just have to answer a couple of questions and you can join the Facebook group. There is always free cut files every month. And you know, this month so far has been all about our boys, seeing as we're doing a collaboration with Scrap the Boys for the month of July, but there is still more to come this month, so go ahead and check it out. There'll be a new release on the 15th, so that will be fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some splatters around the page here, and this is a Kaisermist mist in charcoal, so I'm just adding that around, and I nearly spilled this multiple times, so I'm just glad I didn't get it on my layout. But yes, that's about it for my layout. Like, I'm almost finished. So please, if you like this video, please give me a like, and I'd really be happy to have you subscribe to my channel and be part of it. I try and release, a few videos every week, so I'm aiming for 2 at the moment. So here is some close-ups of my. Thank you. Bye.